He must increase, and I must decrease. That's one of the most quoted statements in the entire Bible, and we do it to each other all the time. I've been struggling with this text all week, and I've got some neat things to share with you, and they're not what you think. A number of years ago, I was having lunch with a pastor in another state. He was having serious problems in his church. As he told me about them, I winced, and then he said, not only that, the elders of this church have required that I send my sermons to my predecessor for a critique. And I said, Sam, tell him that you're not doing that. Tell them to hang it on their ear. He said, I can't do that. Jesus wouldn't have me do that. I said, if you don't, you won't be a pastor. And he's not anymore. But as I've studied this text, I thought, oh my. Do you know out of that incident, I wrote a book called No More Mr. Nice Guy. And it's been published all over the world in a lot of different languages. In England, they called it Don't Let Them Sit on You. And they have an elephant on the cover that's sitting on this guy. And I wrote it out of that one incident I just described to you. And as I've studied this text, I thought, oh, spit. Maybe I've been messing with people's minds in the wrong way for a very, very long time. He must increase, and I must decrease. While I was working on this week, I got an email from a former student. And he asked me to pray for him and give him some advice. He said he was working on a sermon, and it would only be, he's a youth pastor, said it would only be the second time that he had preached to big people. And then he said, Steve, the last time it was wonderful. Jesus came. Man, I was so pleased with what God did. He said, my problem is I find myself writing this sermon thinking about the last one, and I'm writing for performance instead of the glory of Christ. I told him, duh. I said, welcome to the club of sinners. Jesus has been using selfish, prideful, ego-centered, performance-oriented preachers from the beginning because that's all he's got. It's called clean water through dirty pipes. So deal with it, boy, and go preach. But then I thought about this. Maybe that wasn't a good thing to say. Maybe I went a little bit too far and interfered with what the Holy Spirit was doing in that young man's life. He must increase, and I must decrease.